Do you ever feel like you're in a constant fight with life? Like you're wrestling every single moment, trying to bend reality to your will? And does it just leave you exhausted, anxious, and let down when things, surprise, surprise, don't go according to your master plan? You map out the perfect conversation in your head, and it goes completely sideways. You try to manage your partner's feelings, but you just end up pushing them away. You pour every ounce of energy into controlling a project, only for some random obstacle to blow it all up. It's a battle you just can't win, and it's draining the life out of you. So, let's talk about the surprising reason you might be so hooked on control. And how the simple act of letting go, of surrendering, can accidentally bring you the peace and success you've been fighting so hard to get. Stay with me, because we're about to let go and find some real freedom. The heavy weight of a crown you were never meant to wear. Let's get one thing straight about this need for control. This isn't about being a leader or having healthy ambition. This is the deep-seated, gut-level urge to micromanage reality itself. It's that voice in your head insisting you have to plan for every possibility, predict every reaction, and steer every moment to the exact outcome you want. You've basically made yourself the king or queen of your own private universe, but let's be honest, that crown is unbelievably heavy. This constant effort puts you on high alert, 24/7. You can't just be in a conversation because you're busy scripting your next line. You can't enjoy a vacation because you're obsessing over whether it's all going perfectly. Control is a thief of joy, a factory for anxiety, and it puts a massive strain on your relationships. People can feel it. They feel the weight of your expectations, the unspoken lack of trust. It doesn't pull them closer, it creates tension and pushes them away. Think of it like this: imagine holding a pen straight out in front of you. For the first minute? Easy. After 10 minutes, your arm starts to ache. After an hour, it's torture. The weight of the pen never changed, but the effort of holding onto it for so long made it unbearable. That need for control, it's the pen. It's a weight you've been carrying for so long you might have forgotten what it feels like to just set it down. You're worn out, not because life is just this hard, but because you're carrying a burden you were never meant to hold. The why, where this need for control comes from. So where does this intense, draining need to control everything even come from? Now, I'm going to use the word addiction as a metaphor here. It's not a clinical diagnosis, but it's a powerful way to describe a behavior that feels compulsive. For many of us, this pattern isn't some deep character flaw. It's often a coping mechanism that's long past its expiration date, and it can be a response to trauma. Think back. People who develop a strong need to control things often grew up in environments that felt chaotic, unpredictable, or unsafe. Maybe your parents were emotionally volatile, so you became an expert at reading the room just to protect yourself. Maybe your home life was disorganized, and creating your own little rules and rituals was the only way to feel any sense of stability. In those moments, control was your shield. It was a brilliant survival strategy that helped a powerless kid feel a tiny bit of safety in a world that felt completely out of control. By managing the small details you could, you created a space that felt predictable, and for your brain, predictability equaled safety. Research actually backs this up, showing that feeling like we have no control can flood our bodies with stress hormones. Your younger self was just trying to survive. But here's the twist. The shield that kept you safe as a child has now become a cage. You're not in that unpredictable environment anymore, but you're still running the same old survival software. The very thing that once protected you is now the source of your anxiety and exhaustion. The paradox of control: the tighter you grip, the more you lose. And this brings us to the great, painful paradox of control. The very thing you believe is keeping your life on track is actually what's creating chaos and unhappiness. The harder you clench your fist, the more you lose. It's like trying to hold a handful of sand. The second you squeeze your fist to keep it all in, it just pours out through your fingers. But if you hold your hand open and relaxed, the sand just rests there. Well, life, love, success, and peace are a lot like that sand. The more you try to force them, the faster you lose them. This drive to control is usually rooted in fear of what might happen if we let go. We get attached to one specific outcome we're convinced is the best one. But this is what psychologists call the illusion of control, a cognitive bias where we overestimate our ability to influence things, especially things that are totally random. And this illusion isn't just some harmless mental quirk. Research shows that this misplaced sense of control can make us ignore feedback and double down on things that clearly aren't working. Sound familiar? Let me know in the comments if you've ever found yourself sticking to a failing plan. Think about that relationship you kept trying to fix, long after it was clear it was broken. Or that career path you forced yourself to stay on because it was the plan, even though it made you miserable. That's the illusion of control in action. You get so fixated on winning the chess match that you completely forget how to dance. If this video resonates with you, like, subscribe and share and help someone to understand how to break free from control. Stay tuned in for part 2.